or tomorrow. Details on how long it will last coming up. 18 News at 5:30 starts now.
Live from your local news leader, this is 18 News at 5:30.
Here's what's happening right now at 5:30. Goodbye, number 5. Governor Cuomo abandons his license plate plan after the poll shows opposition.
I'm live at the Vape Flavorium in Horseheads with breaking news regarding the sale of flavored e-liquids.
Gas prices are skyrocketing. More on that coming up.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us for 18 News at 5:30. I'm Alexis Bellamy. We begin tonight. Governor Cuomo is abandoning, for now, a proposal to mandate replacing license plates across the state. The proposal would have charged drivers up to $40 for a new plate. Many lawmakers were outspoken on the idea, saying the change was unnecessary and charging people for those plates would be unfair to taxpayers. A spokesman says the governor would work with the legislator for an alternative to ensuring plates are readable by law enforcement and the cashless tolling systems. We first broke this news online, so be sure to download the 18 News app for the latest breaking local news. Now to our continuing coverage on vaping in New York. Corning Painted Post Area School District, in a letter addressing parents back in April, explained a detailed plan to cut down students vaping. They said that a significant increase of incidents of students vaping was the cause to the new initiative. In that letter, they go on to explain some of the implementations that they will be doing to cut down on vaping, including installation of sensors in bathrooms at the secondary level immediately, utilization of handheld security wands to aid in search procedures, mandatory educational opportunities for students who utilize these devices. 18 News has learned that the installation of the detectors is an ongoing process and plans to begin testing and training staff on them very soon. But for now, vaping remains a huge health epidemic, especially amongst its biggest users, teenagers. Our own Austin Evans is in Horseheads with more. Austin, what can you tell us?
Good evening, Alexis. Before I start talking about the Vape Flavorium, we do have some breaking news regarding the sale of e-liquids in the state of New York. The health officials have approved an emergency ban on the sale of flavored e-liquids, and we are going to have more details on what that could mean in 18 News at 6. But for now, when vaping started catching on as a healthier alternative, a believed healthier alternative to smoking, hundreds of small business vape shops opened up across the country, including the one I'm currently standing in. Now uncertainty is knocking on their door, especially with this emergency ban being approved. Governor Cuomo citing the CDC as well as New York State Department of Health studies into hundreds of vaping-related illnesses and 7 deaths across the country. However, vaping enthusiasts and people in the industry say that the government is targeting the wrong thing and that an all-out ban will do more harm than good.
You have to be 18 years old to be in here, and we will ID you right at the door. If I feel you're underage, I'm going to ID you right away, and if you are, I'm kicking you out of the store. Whether you're with a parent or your friend's old enough, I don't care, you're out of here.
Now, Cody goes on to mention that the current regulations from the Food and Drug Administration require that vaping e-liquids list their ingredients, which most of them contain 3 ingredients: propylene glycol, vegetable glycerin, and some of them contain nicotine, but you don't have to buy liquids that have nicotine. All liquids that they sell must fit in those current regulations. He advises anyone that does vape to not buy liquids from the internet. He states that the problem lies with black market sale of THC products that contain the chemical vitamin E acetate. He emphasizes that they absolutely do not sell anything that contains the chemical vitamin E acetate. Reporting live in Horseheads, Austin Evans, 18 News.
After a period of relatively low gas prices, a fill-up will soon cost consumers a little more. Experts say recent attacks on oil fields in Saudi Arabia will lead to consumers paying more at the pump. Oil prices rose above $60 a barrel following the attacks, but Americans aren't expected to be heavily impacted. Head of petroleum analyst at Gas Buddy, Patrick Dean, estimates a hike from 10 to 25 cents a gallon during the next few weeks. According to AAA, the average price for a gallon of gas nationwide is $2.56, down nearly 8 cents from a month ago. The U.S. has become less dependent on Saudi Arabian oil. In the first half of this year, the U.S. imported fewer than half of the amount of barrels each day from Saudi Arabia than it did 2 years ago. Here are where local gas prices stand this evening. Send us your photos of gas prices at your local gas station to our website, mytwintiers.com. Our 18 News reporter Ariel Salk is on Denison Parkway in Corning to show us how this dramatic disruption affects us here at home.
Thank you, Alexis. Yeah, as gas prices continue to creep up throughout the country, we can really start seeing an impact here locally. Locals can find slightly cheaper gas prices here in Steuben County with an average of $2.68 compared to the neighboring county of Chemung, which is at $2.72.
It's kind of ridiculous. My boyfriend's a truck driver, so it really affects him. Yeah, I was just about on empty before because we've got 2 vehicles and he's got a pickup truck, so his is.
Yeah, these prices can fluctuate over the next several days, so we will keep you posted. Live in Corning, I'm Ariel Salk, 18 News. Back to you.
We continue to follow this story. Turn to 18 News on air online at mytwintiers.com. The Tioga County Veterans Service Agency and Tioga Downs Casino Resort are excited to announce the success of the 3rd annual Veterans Expo. The event was held today at the Tioga Downs Casino Event Center in the Grand Ballroom. The expo is a resource and information fair that is free for veterans, their family members, as well as care providers.
And we realized that it'd be really good if we could take a lot of the agencies we work with on behalf of veterans and their families and bring them to all one location once a year, just so that it could be a one-stop shop for that day for veterans and their families to come out and get some information.
There were over 40 agencies and organizations present at the expo. Governor Cuomo has announced a statewide donation drive to help the people of the Bahamas rebuild after Hurricane Dorian. The storm wreaked havoc across the island nation, killing dozens and leaving tens of thousands with no food or shelter. The state is now asking that you donate non-perishable food items and personal hygiene products to those affected by Dorian. You can drop off those items at the state office building on Court Street in Buffalo from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. The Big Flats American Legion is hosting a benefit to raise money for a local woman battling a rare disease. 24-year-old Allison Belmar discovered she had an abnormal formation of blood vessels in her body. This condition is very rare and only occurs in 1 in 200,000 people. The benefit for Allison is at the Big Flats American Legion on October 5th from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., where all money raised will go towards her medical bills. If you would like to make a direct donation to help Allison, you can find more information on our website. Coming up, the House Judiciary Committee held their first official hearing in what they are calling an impeachment investigation. More on that when we return. Plus, our question of the day. We'll have some of your responses coming up after the break.
Unofficial high so far 73 degrees at the Elmira Corning Regional Airport. Close to average this time of the year, and we have a slight warming trend heading our way. Details on that in my full forecast. Stick with us.
Democrats on the House Judiciary Committee holding their first official hearing in what they are calling an impeachment investigation. President Donald Trump's former campaign manager dodged some of the most pointed questions asked during his appearance. Corey Lewandowski was heavily referenced in Robert Mueller's report. It says Trump directed him to tell then Attorney General Jeff Sessions to stop investigating his campaign. But Lewandowski reportedly never relayed that message.
Congressman, the White House has directed I not disclose the substance of any discussions with the President or his advisors to protect executive branch confidentiality. And I recognize this is not my privilege, but I am respecting the White House's decision.
As Lewandowski admits, he did not enjoy the same immunity as members of the Trump administration since he never served in it. Be sure to tune in to 18 News at 6 when we will have even more coverage on this from our D.C. bureau. That brings us to today's question of the day. Are you in favor of impeachment hearings going forward? Log on to our Facebook and Twitter pages and let us know what you think. Here are a few of your responses so far this evening. Deb tweet starts off with, impeach the career politicians. They are getting rich and don't care how they spend our money. Brian Dilly adds, if it's the right thing to do, then yes, impeach the president. Darcy Bidlack says, no, I don't think they should. Will you all just work together and get something done for the American people? Shirley Barati finishes us off with, no, enough is enough. We, the American people, are sick of the witch hunt. Thank you for your responses, and there is still time to weigh in on today's question. Just go to our Facebook and Twitter pages. For updates on this, be sure to download the 18 News app. Our app is available for Android and iPhones.
Clear skies tonight, staying dry with valley fog late. Tomorrow, plenty of sunshine heading our way, and sunshine continues for us throughout the next few days. Details on what else to expect after the break. Plenty of sunshine with us today, and still blue skies continuing for us over the city of Elmira. It's all courtesy of high pressure. Large area of high pressure building in over the Great Lakes, and this leads to sunshine for the afternoons, clear skies overnight, also dry weather, which is the case for us now across the Twin Tiers. Staying dry across the Twin Tiers and pretty quiet on our futurecast as well. High pressure in control through tonight, through midweek. Valley fog late tonight and Then tomorrow afternoon, we're looking forward to more sunshine, just a few high clouds overhead for us. Still dry weather continues and staying with us through Wednesday night into Thursday. Another round of fog early Thursday morning, but sunshine again for the afternoon. High pressure and control midweek through the end of the work week, continuing through first half of the weekend. That's before our next weather maker moves in. Otherwise, sunshine and a slight warming trend heading our way. Temperatures today reaching into the low 70s or in the upper 60s to low 70s for temperatures now across the Twin Tiers. Northerly winds keeping dry air in place. A nice breeze out there for us as for now, but winds turning light tonight and with no cloud cover. That sets the stage for valley fog and also temperatures to cool down quickly. Lows tonight, low to mid 40s, but heating up tomorrow, close to average for this time of the year. Fog lifts throughout the morning hours and plenty of sunshine throughout the afternoon, highs reaching into the low 70s. Slight warming trend for us into the end of the work week, closer to that 80-degree mark. Still sunshine continues for us again as that large area of high pressure remains in control of our region, lasting up until about Saturday. Next frontal system moves in late day Sunday, and that gives us increasing cloud cover. Chance for showers Sunday night into the start of the new work week and the new season. Fall, that begins for us on Monday. Chance for showers, though, as we start the new season, and then sunshine again returns for us on Tuesday. Overall, pretty nice 7-day forecast. Only one day with rain in there.
You know what I'm going to say? The way that looks is ideal for me. Minus fall on Monday. That doesn't make me feel super great. If you know me, I'm not a big fan of fall or the cold. I wish it could just stay summer forever. But if not, that's all right. But in the meantime, Shelby, do you have something for us?
I think you'll like this picture.
I can't wait.
This is summer's last bloom.
That is beautiful.
Yes. Still signs of summer, so those who are not wishing for fall still have luck. Temperatures will be getting warmer, feeling summer-like for the weekend, but I'm a fan of fall, so I'm excited.
And you titled it perfectly, Summer's Last Bloom, and I enjoy that. So thank you for that, Shelby. I needed that. 18 News at 5:30. We'll be right back after the break. A new study suggests breast cancer screening is effective for men who are high risk for the disease. Researchers studied mammograms from nearly 1,900 men, and the detection rate was 18 per 1,000 exams for those considered to be high risk. The cancer was also detected at an earlier stage before it had spread to the lymph nodes. The detection rate for women who had an average risk for the disease was roughly 5 for every 1,000 exams. These scientists believe the better detection may be because men have less breast tissue, making small tumors easier to find. Alex Trebek says he is still battling pancreatic cancer. The Jeopardy host revealed on ABC's Good Morning America that his doctors have ordered him to undergo chemotherapy again. He says he lost 12 pounds in a week, and his, quote, numbers went sky high, prompting more treatments. Last month, Trebek announced the end of his first round of chemo for stage 4 cancer. He returned as Jeopardy's host for its 36th season, which began airing this month. Speaking of dairy, officials in New York City are looking at banning chocolate milk from school breakfasts and lunches. While a final decision has not been made, some feel there is no reason to remove the option. New York Farm Bureau's president sent a letter to the New York City Schools chancellor asking on behalf of the state's more than 4,000 dairy farms to drop any proposed ban on chocolate milk. 18 News will be right back after the break.
You're watching 18 News at 5:30.
Finally tonight, the results are in. Are you ready, Shelby?
I'm so ready. So ready.
And the results are the Pennsylvania Fish and Boat Commission is announcing their new design for the 2020 Pennsylvania Fishing License Button. Take a look at that. During an online poll held at the start of this month, over 400 voters cast their ballots to choose between two options. And right now, you're looking at the winner. Check that out. The selected button will be available for purchase in December.
Cool.
Well, if we were anywhere near a lake, I'd be like, Shelby, grab a pole and let's go fishing because it's so pretty outside today.
Perfect fishing weather, and it continues for us up through the weekend, actually. High pressure in place that allows for plenty of sunshine, staying dry as well, and even seeing a slight warming trend, turning back to summer temperatures this weekend. just before the official start of fall.
Beautiful. I just want to keep it just like that for as long as I can. Love the summer. I'm not looking forward to the fall. But that does it for 18 News at 5:30. Stick around. 18 News at 6 is coming up next.